Next on the news, for days, a Queens parishioner was living every parent's nightmare. His family was nowhere to be found.
They were detained by ICE, then went missing. I'm Jessica Easthope with one man's desperate search for his pregnant wife and 2 children and the unexpected phone call that changed everything.
Pope Leo XIV has wrapped up his first apostolic journey. We'll tell you where he stopped during the last day of his trip. Plus, the Diocese of Brooklyn is preparing to deck their halls, from spreading Christmas cheer across local churches to an Advent concert that will have you singing praises. The season is in full swing. I'm Christine Persichetti. Currents News starts right now. The latest government data shows U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, is holding more than 65,000 people, many with no criminal record. One man has been searching for his pregnant wife and 2 children for a week after saying he couldn't find them in any detainee database. As Currents News' Jessica Easthope reports, his only comfort during this uncertain time has been the support of his parish in Corona.
Search results 0. The image of those words on locator.ice.gov are all Galo Tobar has seen when he closes his eyes for the last week.
¿Dónde estás, mija?
But after 7 long days, he saw something that changed his life. His wife's face. Juana, who's having a high-risk pregnancy, and Galo's 2 children have been missing since November 24th, when they showed up for an immigration status hearing. It's been very sad to go back home and not find them. I had no way of knowing where they were. Galo knew they were in ICE custody, but didn't know where. Families across the country say it's one of their biggest concerns when loved ones are detained due to quick transfers to multiple facilities and online update delays. Galo says their arrest felt more like an abduction. I knew at any time we could be taken back to Ecuador. We respect the laws, but I needed to know where my family was. The family, active parishioners at Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Corona, are now 3,000 miles apart. They were transferred to an ICE facility in San Antonio, where they were kept in a small room for days, unable to let Galo know they were okay. On Monday, pastor of Our Lady of Sorrows Church, Father Manuel de Jesus Rodriguez, stepped in. They arrived in the airport with no money and just the clothes on their back.
Our church community is helping them, financially. We'll be helping, supporting them the way we can. We are not going to abandon them.
Galo, who was a political organizer back in Ecuador, says he was receiving threats against his life, but his application for asylum was rejected. And since 2023, the family has had an order of deportation.
Yes, deportation was to be observed, but the way it was done, very against basic human rights.
We didn't come to this country to harm anybody, and I'll always be grateful for this country. Galo says he's left with no choice. He won't be away from his family, so his next step is to pick up the pieces and pack up. And soon he'll self-deport back to Ecuador. In Corona, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Catholic immigration advocates are speaking out against some comments made by President Donald Trump. On Thanksgiving, the commander-in-chief said he will permanently pause all immigration from what he calls third world countries. The Catholic Legal Immigration Network, Inc. is rejecting the move, saying in a statement, Catholic social teaching is clear. Every person has inherent dignity, and those fleeing danger must be protected, not turned away. Proposals like this betray both our moral values and our nation's long commitment to offering refuge. One priest is advocating for migrants by walking more than 900 miles in their shoes. Father Gary Graff, a Chicago priest and member of the group Priests for Justice for Immigrants, has been walking from Dolton, Illinois, the hometown of Pope Leo XIV, to the Statue of Liberty, all to shine a light on what immigrant families are enduring in America. He's actually ending that journey today, Tuesday, December 2nd, and Currents News' Katie Vasquez is with him as he crosses the finish line. She'll have a full report tomorrow, Wednesday, December 3rd, so be sure to tune in to Currents News at our regular time, 7 p.m., for that full story. Pope Leo XIV has wrapped up his first international trip. One of his final stops in his journey was the scene of one of Lebanon's greatest tragedies. The Holy Father met with families of the victims of the 2020 explosion in the port of Beirut, not only offering his prayers, but also praying near a monument commemorating their loved ones. The Holy Father then celebrated Mass for over 150,000 people on the Beirut waterfront, where he sent a powerful message of peace. It was a message he would repeat again to reporters during his papal press conference back home to the Holy See.
I think one of the great lessons that Lebanon can teach to the world is precisely showing a land where Islam, Christianity are both present and are respected, and that there is a possibility to live together, to be friends. Stories, testimony, witnesses that we heard even in the past 2 days of people helping each other, Christians with Muslims, both of whom had their villages destroyed, for example, of saying we can come together and work together. I think those are lessons that would be important also that we heard in Europe or North America, that we should perhaps be a little less fearful and look for ways of promoting authentic dialogue and respect.
The Holy Father also said while nothing is certain yet, he hopes his next papal trip will be to Africa. For full coverage of the Pope's trip from beginning to end, just go online to thetablet.org. A local hospital is playing Santa Claus for Catholic churches by helping them deck their halls, and the results are glowing. More than 36 churches seen twinkling here across Brooklyn and Queens are now ready to kick off the Christmas season, thanks to Maimonides Medical Center in Borough Park. For the last 30 years, Maimonides has donated money to parishes to buy Christmas decorations like lights and trees as part of their celebration of light. The initiative started back in 1995, and those participating say it's been burning bright ever since.
It takes a borough like Brooklyn to bring about the light of God in our world.
It really is a sign of the affection that the hospital has for the community.
We don't just treat patients for the physical ailment, but we partner with the institutions that meet our patients' needs in the world of faith.
Merry Christmas!
This year, Maimonides handed out $1,000 to 45 churches. Some of those parishes have already scheduled their lighting ceremonies. To see the beautiful displays yourself, all made possible because of Maimonides' generosity, just go to thetablet.org. We have the full Christmas list of churches right there waiting for you. It's already beginning to look a lot like Christmas in many places around the world. First Lady Melania Trump has unveiled the White House's 2025 Christmas decorations. Built around this year's theme, home is where the heart is, the executive mansion is now decked out with more than 50 Christmas trees, a White House made of gingerbread, and 10,000 butterflies filling the halls. The official Christmas tree is an 18-foot white fir from Sydney, Michigan, and honors Gold Star families, those who have lost a member during active duty military service. Last week, the Vatican started putting up its Christmas decorations, bringing in this 88-foot-tall spruce from the northern province of Bolzano. The Vatican's nativity, meanwhile, is currently under construction. It will reportedly honor a saint who is a famous carol composer in Italy. The tree and nativity will both be presented in a special ceremony on December 7th. The Tablet is asking for your help to make sure every kid has a gift under their tree this Christmas, thanks to their Bright Christmas campaign. You can do your part this Giving Tuesday to continue this more than 60-year-old tradition. And this year, the paper is looking to raise $110,000. So if you want to donate, you could go online to thetablet.org/brightchristmas or make a check out to the Tablet Bright Christmas Fund and mail it to 860 Pacific Street in Brooklyn. The zip code there, 11238. You could also get into the Christmas spirit with a special Christmas concert. The show at the Co-Cathedral of St. Joseph will feature Grammy-nominated Christian musician Matt Maher and singer-songwriter Sarah Kroger. We spoke to them ahead of the December 9th concert to hear what it's like joining together in the spirit of the season.
Oh, it's great. It's like working with a sister. Sarah and I have known each other for a long time, and so I think anytime there's a sense of history and friendship, and I think our faith is such a powerful connector of people. It's kind of one of the aspects of our faith. The word Catholic means universal, so it's been a real joy to be able to do this together.
Oh, I love it. And here in the Diocese of Brooklyn, DeSales Media is partnering with Futures in Education. So all of the proceeds from your concert give children in need the gift of a Catholic education. So Sarah, tell me, how does it feel to know your performance will have a lasting impact for people in this diocese long after the concert ends?
I mean, it's incredibly overwhelming and such a privilege to be a part of such a beautiful thing, to have a lasting impact. I think this is something I've been thinking about a lot as a worship leader, is how can our worship kind of leave the spaces that we find ourselves in, like communally, like how does our worship take action, and this is a perfect way to do that, to actually have our worship not just be songs and which is beautiful, but actually like let it take root in the community and make a difference. I think that's a beautiful thing. So I'm so excited to be a part of that.
Absolutely. It's so much more than a concert. So Matt, what songs can people expect? Is there original songs? Are there Christmas classics? What can we see?
A little bit of everything. It's like it's a Christmas grab bag or a stocking stuffer, if you will. I mean, I think that there's definitely, we're trying to be mindful of the season of Advent and kind of have a night of worship of songs that sort of, I think, focus a little bit more on the anticipation of Christmas, but there's probably a couple of sneak peeks as well of obviously that season, because especially, up in Brooklyn, it's such a magical time of year as the holidays are approaching. So we're really looking forward to being able to sing and pray with everybody.
Oh, yes, of course it is. And one more plug, Sarah. Why should our viewers get tickets to this concert?
Oh, man, because it's a really special, beautiful night. To be in a space like the cathedral is historic. It connects you to a history of believers in a way that I think other venues maybe don't. The history of that space, the beauty of that space, the opportunity to come together in a season of anticipation and to prepare our hearts in this way for celebrating the coming of Christ is, to me, it's like there's nothing like it. So you do not want to miss it. It wouldn't be the same without you there.
That was Sarah Kroger and Matt Maher. Once again, their Cathedrals tour will be coming to the Co-Cathedral of St. Joseph. That's at 856 Pacific Street in Brooklyn at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, December 9th. It's easy to get tickets. Just take out your phone right now and scan this QR code. That'll bring you right to the ticket page. Or you can go to concert.dobq.org. That is this current news update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Before we go, we want to take one final look at Pope Leo's first international trip to Turkey and Lebanon. Hope to see you again next time.